Hi everyone, this is Travis Quadlander here at Rush Truck Center's Dallas Peterbilt, and today we're looking at a beautiful Teal Haze 2022 Peterbilt 389 with 78-inch platinum sleeper. This is an excellent owner-operator spec truck. We have this exact same spec in 4 different colors as of filming. This is of course the Teal Haze. We also have the Radiant Fire Red, North Sea Gray, and Black Sapphire. Let's take a look at this beautiful Teal Haze color. This is a 2-stage metallic color. It is a beautiful February day. The sun is shining. I hope that paint is showing up awesome in the camera. I even had to take my jacket off. Again, this color is Teal Haze. Great owner-operator spec. Underneath the hood, we've got a Cummins X15 Performance Series engine, 565 horsepower, and that 20-50 pound-feet of torque. Paired to an Eaton Fuller 18-speed manual transmission, 325 gear ratio with Lo Pro 24/5 tires all the way around, with all aluminum wheels and all disc brakes. This is on a 280-inch wheelbase. We've got Bridgestone R284 16 ply up front, Peterbilt ovals on the rims, and Bridgestone M710s on the rear. Again, all aluminum wheels, all disc brakes, Lo Pro 24/5s with the 325 gear ratio, 280-inch wheelbase with the additional toolboxes on both sides with deck plate access on both sides, 78-inch platinum sleeper with the long sleeper extenders. Up top, we've got the 7-inch true dual exhaust. That is the largest exhaust that you can get from the factory. If you do want to do the Dynaflex 8-inch monster pipes dual exhaust, we can do that. There was a shortage on the parts inventory for a while. We've stocked up on it. So even if you're buying a truck that's in stock or incoming, we don't have to wait on delays for those Dynaflex parts to arrive. We've got them in stock in our little honey hole. So great job on the body shop doing that. On top, we've got no air horns for a really clean look. 5 bullet style marker lights. So we can add 2, so to give you a total of 7, or add 8 for a total of 13, or just leave it classic with the 5. There's no air horns on the roof, but we've already added a train horn that works with the pull tab from the headliner for just the clean factory look. This has the stainless steel visor from the factory. If you want to add a custom drop visor like our 14-inch blind mount stainless steel or paintable, we can do that. If you want to do something a little more custom, like a bow tie, reverse bow tie, gangster style, untie, Darwin, we've got all those options available on both stainless steel and paintable. Got the traditional mirrors with the 8-inch spot mirror. These are heated and motorized. We've got the 15-inch premium stainless steel breathers. These are the Peterbilt stainless steel premium breathers. So you've got the Peterbilt ovals in there. Of course, everything is pre-wired for your chicken lights for the cab, sleeper, and breathers. On the breather pre-wiring from the factory, they only give you 1 wire, so we have to add a pigtail here to add the lights to the back of the breather. Of course, your polished aluminum air tank. Getting a lot of guys doing the painted air tanks with the chrome straps, which looks really cool. There's a look at your true dual exhaust Y pipe and your Kissling battery disconnect switch. New for 2022, the 2022 model trucks have some changes to the engines. So the 2022 trucks have 2021 engines in them. That's just how they do it. It's how it's been done for quite some time. So on these 2021 engines, they do use more DEF, so the dosing rates are higher. And accordingly, we've got larger DEF tanks on there. With the larger DEF tank, I was really concerned that we weren't be able to fit our 110 gallons of fuel on the driver's side and 150 gallons on the passenger side. But even with these redesigned larger DEF tanks, we're still able to fit now a large depth tank. Believe it or not, that is the new large depth tank, which is only slightly larger than last year's medium style depth tank in terms of horizontal dimensions. So even though these are larger depth tanks, they do take up less frame space. I'll try and throw up a picture of what the large depth tank looked like last year. It was a big honking tank, where this style is going to take up less frame space and allow you to fit that 110 gallons of fuel, a large depth tank, and additional toolboxes on a 280-inch wheelbase with a 78-inch platinum sleeper. So I'm really pleased about that. I also do really like how much flusher this stainless steel cover is. In the last year's there was quite a bit of a gap, so I do like that that is a little tighter gap right there. Additional toolboxes on both sides. If you haven't seen inside these toolboxes before, plenty of space. There is a drain hole there at the back, so you don't have to worry about it getting filled with water. And those are locking toolboxes as well on both sides. Here's a look at your Hodge-built mirror finish, premium 304 stainless steel 30-inch quarter fender with a triangle mount. That is the largest quarter fender that you can get from the factory. If you guys want to do custom fenders like half fenders, full fenders, full round, we've got plenty of options. Of course, Hodge-built is very popular. I love the Hodge-builts. They really hold up over time. The brackets are great. If you want paintable, Merit gives us an aluminum option that we can paint. We can also do the fiberglass WTI fenders that we can paint. If you want something with plastic that may not give you the cleanest look, but is really going to hold up over time, Fleet Engineers and Minimizer gives us some great options, and we can install all of that here in our body shop or in our rig up shop. On the back of the sleeper, we do have the 6 flush mounted load lights. That's the most load lights that you can get from the factory with the flush mount. We can swap those out to LED ones. If you want dual revolution ones, we can do that. If you want us to add load lights, we can do that as well. Again, this is the deck plate access on both sides, so you've got plenty of grab handles. I think it looks good with the sleeper extenders. With the short sleeper extenders, I try and keep the handles as low as few as possible. There's the factory deck plate. We do have custom deck plate options, whether you want to go with this style deck plate on top or this style deck plate mounted flush inside the frame. The Merit aluminum style deck plate, Iowa Customs stainless steel, recessed or paintable. We do have those options as well. This truck has an air ride front suspension and low air leaf rear suspension. I think I mentioned before, 325 gear ratio. You've got your Holland FW35 fifth wheel plate with air slide. The Holland FW35 is the most popular fifth wheel plate in the industry. We've also got your Peterbilt premium stainless steel spring-loaded mud flap hangers, so you don't have to worry about them getting damaged. We've got the LED backup and tail lights mounted inside the frame for a really clean, flush look. If you guys do want to add a custom tail light bar, T-bar, chrome mounted or chrome mud flap hangers with the LED lights and the centerpiece in the middle, we've got all clear lenses, no problem. We can swap out these brake lights to the clear LED lenses as well. Of course, we do have our locking fuel caps and our wonderfully hideous mid-frame mounted marker lights, thanks to the FMCSA. If you do want to remove those, very easy. It's literally 2 bolts and 1 electronic plug. So if, just in case, if you wanted to remove them, very simple. Got the 18-inch Texas style chrome bumper, that is, with 2 toe pin holes. If you want to order the truck with no toe pin holes, you want a different bumper. If you want to add a 20-inch or 22-inch blind mount, plate recess, lights, American Eagle wheel well, kind of rounded off to follow the wheel well. That's what we call the American Eagle style, where it follows that wheel well right there. If you want the beveled 45-degree edge or this rolled edge like we have here from the factory, we got tons of options. I've even got some customers that are doing lift up kits that we can do. I typically like to do this on the 22-inch bumper. Don't need it as much on the 20-inch. Even got some customers that are gonna do some lighted bumpers. I can't wait to get some video up on that. It's gonna look really, really cool. Let's take a look inside our Platinum sleeper. Man, that teal haze looks gorgeous in the sunlight. Of course, we've got the Sears Atlas 80 Ultra Leather seats on this 280-inch wheelbase with the 78-inch Platinum sleeper. This truck weighs in at 18,546 pounds when it left the factory. All right. 42 miles on the ticker, so you will be the first person to sneeze in it. Leather wrapped steering wheel. There's a look at our rosewood dash with the navigation system. And the factory, in their infinite wisdom, is still putting our rear tandem axle temperature gauges as far away from each other as possible. So please, if I haven't done it before you pick this truck up, remind me. We will fix that. We'll put your axle temperature gauges side by side or on top of each other so you can actually read them much easier. We do spec our trucks with the PTO switch mounted right here from the factory. If you want to add a switch to dump the front axle, we can swap out this switch to a switch to dump the front axle, or we can kind of customize. The air over electric switches do have this thicker part right here at the bottom, as opposed to the electric switches. We can still kind of grind that down and fit it in one of these spare switches right here. But if you aren't going to run a PTO and you do want a suspension dump on the front, I typically like to swap it out to this PTO switch right here. If you are going to add a PTO, we've already got it set up for you and already has the heavy-duty input bearing for your transmission. Speaking of your transmission, there's a look at your Fuller 18-speed manual transmission. Going back to the dash, again, 2 spare switches and an extra switch with a relay. This is a single bunk sleeper. As I mentioned, we've got the rosewood on the dash. Whenever you do the Platinum interior, on your storage cabinets, this truck does have the additional storage cabinets, as well as your closets is going to have that rosewood finish to match the dash as well. Got room for your microwave right here. Been installing a lot of inverters on trucks and putting your plug for your inverter right here, not just the one that's on the inverter. Your TV recess. Tons of storage space at the foot of the bed. A couple storage trays, then a cup holder that'll fit any regular 12-ounce can, all the way up to a large Yeti or Route 44 size drink. True AC vents on both sides of the sleeper. Windows on both sides of the sleeper. They are tinted. They do vent open, and there is a screen so you don't have to worry about bugs flying in. AC and light controls in the back of the sleeper. Fridge mounted from the factory. Pretty much any of our 78-inch sleepers we are going to spec with a fridge from the factory. There's a look at your premium mattress. There is certainly an upgrade between the base and the premium mattress. Lifting it up is super easy. Notice we have gas shocks on both sides of that mattress. Those lights will automatically light up whenever you lift up the mattress or open either of these storage doors on the outside of the sleeper. There is a manual switch to turn them off as well. There's a look at your premium speakers. We do the premium speakers for both the cab and the sleeper with a subwoofer. In a lot of the inverters, we've gone to a Cobra inverter for our 2500 watt inverter, and it'll fit in this recess so it's not taking up space in this storage compartment right here. One thing that I really like about our mattress is we've got, or our sleeper design I should say, is underneath the mattress we have this little recess right here, so I don't even have to lift up the mattress to get in this storage spot. And I love that there's a bar right here. So if I have to slam on the brakes, my personal items aren't going to be tumbling forward further into the sleeper or even into the cab. That's going to help prevent a lot of that. And of course, there's the best view in trucking. Let me just point that wing on the horizon. Keep on trucking. I do envy you truckers getting out there on the highway, jamming out, letting her rip, cruise on down in the left lane. Let's take a look underneath the hood of this bad boy. Of course, our all aluminum hood makes it very easy to open one-handed, even while I'm filming. And there's a look at our Cummins X15 Performance Series engine. Sorry, a little wobbly on the camera right there. With 565 horsepower and that 20, 50 pound-feet of torque. If you do want to upgrade to 605 horsepower with the 2050 torque, that can all be done electronically. No hardware or parts changes need to be made. It can all be done electronically. I do love that Cummins kept the name badges for this year. They're just really clean, bold, beautiful, looks great. The Performance Series engine does get this black diamond plate look. Hope that's showing up in the camera, where the Efficiency Series gets a brushed aluminum look. Here's a look at your Davco 382 upgraded fuel water separator fuel filter. And of course, we've got our remote lube points, greasable front springs. This truck is equipped with the air ride front suspension for that ride like a cloud feel. Both the taper leaf and the air ride front suspensions are great options. If you prefer that ride like a cloud feel, air ride's a great way to go. If you prefer a firmer, sportier feel, taper leaf is a great way to go. Not to say that one is wrong or one is better than the other. It all comes down to personal preference. And of course, like I mentioned before, all aluminum wheels and all disc brakes on these trucks, on this truck. Pretty much all our owner-operator spec trucks are going to have all aluminum wheels and all disc brakes. Again, very easy to open and close our all aluminum hood. I'm doing that one-handed while I'm filming. With that all aluminum hood, it means you drivers, or those of you that are putting drivers in these trucks, you can have the confidence in knowing that your drivers are going to be much more likely to do their pre-drive checks, find any minor issues before they become major ones, since that hood is so much easier to open. We love our characteristic stamped oval steel grille. That way, if you do hit something, you know that your radiator is going to be protected. You can finish your load and worry about the cosmetic stuff later. All right, everyone, there's a look at our beautiful Teal Haze 2022 Peterbilt 389. As I said, we've got 4 of this spec in stock in different colors. Again, this is that beautiful Teal Haze color. We also have Radiant Fire Red, Black Sapphire, and North Sea Gray. Give me a call. My name is Travis Quadlander. I'm here at Rush Truck Center's Dallas Peterbilt, right here in Irving, Texas, off of Loop 12 and Union Bower. You can call or text my cell. My number is 817-504-7220. Hablo Español. Puedo llamarme a 817-504-7220. I want to thank all you truckers and everyone in the transportation and trucking industry for keeping our country running. 2020 was quite a doozy, and you guys were basically the glue that kept the country together. We're going to continue to need your support going on through 2021 and on into the future, and we are going to continue to appreciate you. Look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.